Good morning. Hello, everybody. So, it is beyond my regular schedule today. If you're just tuning into this and you don't know who I am or what's going on, my name is Debbie Maisha, and I am the Sensual Energy Alchemist. I'm a master life coach and a teacher of, I was about to say a word I don't need to say right now, and teacher of sensual, of sacred sexuality. I think I got a little bit too much rest. I'm a master life coach and teacher of sacred sexuality, and my business reconnects Black women to their freedom, sovereignty, and pleasure, and power through sensuality and pleasure. So this is the abundance. We've been doing the 40-day prosperity plan, which is encased in the abundance book by John Randolph Price. Good morning to those of you who are coming on. I know I said let me just in case there are some of you who are like time is a thing. That is not me. And I strongly suggest that you turn notifications on. Turn them off when this is done. Turn them off when this is done. But have notifications on at usually I will be within 15 to 20 minutes of the time that I say that I'm going to be live. Okay, just know it'll be within 15 to 20 minutes. Know that this is a volunteer activity. I'm donating my time, I'm donating my energy to this, and know that there are also other things happening behind the scenes in my own life that sometimes need to be handled. So I will be on. I will be on here every day, every morning. I can tell you that right now. I'm not going to not show up. Depending on my schedule, I may have to shift things around a little bit, but I will be here. And the replays are always available. Do not have FOMO. Do not feel like, oh, I wasn't there live. Don't do that. Okay, the replays are up on my YouTube channel. Go over and subscribe. You can watch them at your leisure. So I just want to say that. I had something I wanted to talk about today, but as spirit moves, it may not be that way. Life be life, and you know it. Good morning, and good morning to you all over on Instagram as well. You know, life does what it does, and so life did me yesterday, no, or this morning. But I'm gonna get into that when I talk about what I'm gonna talk about. So it is day 5. It is my favorite day. I was almost like, wait, are we? I thought it was day 14, but it is not. Day 14 was yesterday. This is day 15. Don't let the dates throw you off because that extra day in January because of when we started. So even though it's January 4th, we're on day 15. All right. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So day 15 is statement 5, one of my favorites. Money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. My awareness, understanding, and knowledge of the all-providing activity of the divine mind within me is my supply. My consciousness of this truth is unlimited, therefore my supply is unlimited. Again, money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. My awareness, understanding, and knowledge of the all-providing activity of the divine mind within me is my supply. My consciousness of this truth is unlimited, therefore my supply is unlimited. Now, just real quick for those of you who may be just popping in or aren't sure of what we're doing, again, it's the Abundance Book by John Randolph Price. There are 10 statements to say. So you say, day 1 is statement 1, then statement 2, then statement 3. Then when you get to statement 10, you start over again at statement 1, and that's also day 11. And you do this for 40 days. So we've gone through all of these statements already at least once. This is our second go round of going through them. And I am not a money coach or money guru. I am someone who has had her own personal struggles with money and abundance and trust, and how come they get to haves and I don't, and all that type of thing. And so I share some of those experiences here with you all as a hope that some of the things in my life can can help you work through some things in yours, basically. And I do teach a little bit along the way, but as I always say, with any teaching that you hear, take what applies to you and leave the rest. Okay. Just, we don't have to agree on everything. I'm speaking from my perspective and from what I've learned. So today we're talking about rest is essential for abundance and building wealth. And so originally I was going to go live later today because I was going to get up and go to hot yoga. I miss hot yoga. It does wonders for my body. Found a spot, does it. I was like, great. Paid for the class. I'm excited to go. Except for yesterday was the first day back in the office. I went to Pilates in the morning. That was great. And that's why I had to come on extra early yesterday. Went to Pilates. And these self-care things are non-negotiable for me at this point. These are non-negotiables. I will shift everything around in order for me to do what I need to do to keep myself in a space. And and you need to do the same. And I'm going to tell you why I think you need to do the same as soon as I finish this little story. So yesterday was my first day back at the office. Lots of stuff happening. I squoze a meal in there somewhere. Um, then I met up with a friend that fueled my soul. We had some great conversation about all the woo-woo things. I could just be my free, really Maisha self in her presence, and that was amazing. I got home. It had been a long day. That was my second meal, but now I was a little tired. Had some fun banter with my children. I didn't get to sleep until somewhere close to midnight. Now the class is at 8, right? So I'm like, okay, I think I have enough time to get rest. Woke up at 4 something in the morning, stressed about money. Because please don't think that because you do this work, like you never. I think that's the fallacy. And that's why some of us get frustrated because we think, oh, I've done the work. I should never feel this way again. This should never happen again. I've surpassed that. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, silly rabbit. It will come back. And it will come back again and again and again and again. The difference is in how you deal with the situation. Not that the situation never, that like stress never happens again, but it's how do you handle it? So I've noticed a pattern with me, and maybe this is, you notice your patterns for you, but this is my pattern. And like I've stated in some of the other live streams, we have patterns. Everything's mathematical, right? There are patterns. My pattern is when things are going really, really well, we talk, and if you've been following along or following the live streams, I talked about the homeostasis, right? This is the homeostasis I'm accustomed to. Things are going really, really well, and my mind and body get uncomfortable because it's going really well. And there are ways in which, like, my homeostasis used to be down here, and now my homeostasis is here, right? And so as it rises up to here, it still wants to come back to here. It doesn't go all the way back down. That's the difference. Good morning, right? That's the difference when I said there are shifts. So it does move up, and it does move up, but every time it moves up, what are y'all saying in church? More, something about more levels, more demons, something like that. I don't know the saying. Y'all who the churchy folk, y'all help me out, right? But you just said more money, more problems. I understand now. But new level, new demon, something like that. Type it in the chat somewhere if y'all know what I'm talking about, because I don't. So but basically that's what it is, right? So homeostasis was here, did my work. Homeostasis is here, did my work. Homeostasis is here, doing my work. More levels, more devils. Thank you. There you go. All right, y'all all have a version of it, I'm sure. All right, so here we are at this level. Things are going great, right? All right, that works too. And look, y'all all got different versions. Another level, another. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm here. Life is going well. It's prepping me for the next level, but I want to come back down to the new homeostasis. So I wake up. Hey, Miriam. So I wake up at 4 something in the morning. in some strange panic of nothing. And then I can't get back to sleep. Oh yeah, that's yeah, new level, new devil. Yeah, well now you've heard, Maurice. So now I can't get back to sleep. And I know that if I don't get back to sleep, I'm not gonna want to get up to go to yoga because what I refuse to do is force myself into that. And I'm gonna talk about that too. Let me make a mental note. So I'm awake. I'm stressing about money right now in the middle of the night, like, oh my gosh, I'm laying in the bed. I can feel it's like so here's who I am. And I can feel like the old me in there really like screaming for attention, like, see me, money is a problem. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. And I'm witnessing it. I'm noticing it, right? As I lay awake and it's not like 4:45, 4:50, and I would really like to get back to sleep. I realize at that moment that one of the things that people sometimes struggle with, well, two things. One is taking the appropriate action, and two is the fear of the unknown and the uncertainty of it. So what woke me up was I was so relaxed, like my nervous system is just so happy and it's uncomfortable. Hold on now. We're not accustomed to being this relaxed. Where's our stress? Let's create some in the form of thoughts. So that's number one. Number two, I don't necessarily know what may happen next because we don't always know. That's the whole point of the trust that we talked about, right? And really, I'm not in any dire situation. Okay. But in my mind, I don't know. I need to have all the answers right now. So as I'm laying there with all of that, it was like, Maisha, just get up and take some action since you're awake. So, to quell my mind and my body and assure that all is well, I review my bank statements, I review my budget, and we're going to talk about the practicality of budgets and stuff during the last 10 statements. I got practical stuff for y'all too. Okay. I review my financial statements. I look at what I have. I go, oh, I transfer money from one account to the other, and I'm like, "Are you satisfied now?" Because what really freaked me out is that one of my accounts had like a dollar. This anxiety. It sparked way back memories. It sparked, oh my gosh, it has all run out. It didn't run out. It just wasn't there. It was someplace else. And so that seeing that $1 in my account yesterday, even though that's not, I have more than $1, brought back the flood of, oh my God, it's, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? It's like, girl, just transfer the money. So I transfer the money. Thank you, Maria. Yes, the overwhelming sense of dread. Yes, that is what it was. So I took action. And that's the same thing as moving your body. Sometimes you just have to take action. You have to do something to be like, you good now? Like, can you see? Like the ego has to know. Can you see we're good? So I did that. I sprayed my bed with Florida water that I made myself. Yes, okay. I'll post the recipe in the Facebook group that I used and then tweak it for yourself, y'all. Okay. I sprayed my bed. I got back in it. I was ready to go back to sleep like, ooh, yes. Except for now it was 5 something. And I said, all right, I'm gonna set my alarm for 7:15 because I'm gonna still try to get to yoga. 7:15, my alarm went off, and my body said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We need rest. And I'm like, oh, I really want to go. My body's like, we need rest. And I paid for the class, but I needed the rest. On this pursuit of wealth and abundance. There are so many people who are like, I'll sleep when I'm dead. You got to grind it out. You got to go, go, go. You can't ever stop. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? And I have found for me, partly because I'm a very feminine essenced person, and feminine needs a lot of rest to actually create. Just think of pregnancy. We need a lot of rest to create. That doesn't work for me. And at the same time, it is important that we fuel ourselves in a way that keeps our energy going, not to the point where it expires, but to the point where it inspires. Ooh, okay. Right. I like that's a quotable. Okay. So you understand what I'm saying? So there needs to be this balance between making sure that you get rest and making sure that you take action. I could have gotten up. I could have gone to hot yoga, but I knew, my body knew. So I'm very in tune with my body. And when you learn to get past, when you get past like the traumas and the things and you open up and you become very in tune with your body, the it just comes through really clear. I knew that if I went, I would have gone, but I would have been so exhausted afterwards. This would not have happened the way I wanted it to. I still need to go into the office later on today. I am also doing a no sugar challenge right now, so I need to and even though I don't eat like a ton of extra sugar, it's still a shift for my body how I'm eating right now. I need to honor that. And if it meant that I missed a class that I paid for, I need to miss the class that I paid for so I can get the rest, so I can show up for the rest of my day, so I can show up for you all. And sometimes we have to do that. Don't let the hustle grind mentality that I'm not going to go into the racial stuff today, but don't let the hustle grind mentality that is truly not native in many ways to the way melanated people move in the world. Don't let that convince you that you don't need rest. It is the rest that helps us to create. There is a book by is it Trisha Hersey? If you look up the Nap Ministry, she has a book titled Rest is Resistance. Great book. Please read it or listen to it, whatever works for you. And she speaks about this, the need for us to rest, which is difficult because many of us have grown up in a way of the more we work, the more accolades. I talked about my mom yesterday. This woman she's got cancer is running through her body. Paramedics come to get her one day because pick an issue, right? It's cancer. It is not like it is in TV and the movies, y'all. Okay. So the paramedics are there. They ask her, does she work? Now, at this point, my mother's not working. She can't work. But she doesn't know how to describe herself any other way. And so they're like, do you have a job? She's like, yes, I work 2 jobs, 12 hours a day. Me and my brother can quote this because she said it so often. She was 69 at the time. Yes, I work 2 jobs, 12 hours a day. Very proud of it. And every time she said it, my heart broke. This is what it is. There's no rest. No, you can't show up as your best self and you cannot be in creation mode if you are going from sunup to sundown, plopping into the bed exhausted or watching TV and scrolling to zone out or, to decompress. You have no connection to spirit flowing through you when you're on that treadmill. And then you try to go faster because you're looking to your left and your right and they're running fast and you're like, oh, I got to keep up with them. I got to keep up with them. The fuck you don't. You don't. And so there needs to be a balance between Making sure you have the rest. I see your comments. Thank you. Making sure you have the rest so that you can take appropriate action. Because if you don't have the rest, what happens is you take action in panic mode. You take action in a fear-based mode. Scared money don't make money. So while I was laying in bed, afraid of the unknown, because I didn't know, I could have. I could have stayed awake until yoga, stressing. I could have tried to force myself to sleep. I could have tried to self-pleasure myself to sleep, which doing that while you're stressed just I've that's just not good for the body. And I used to recommend that, okay? That's how far I've come. I could have done all that. I could have gone to yoga, because you paid for it, so you got to go. Because we have that too, right? Well, I paid for it, so I got to use it. Okay, well, somebody on the wait list needed it more than I did that morning, right? It was all right. I needed rest. I needed my body not to go into overdrive. I need my adrenal glands not to get hyperactive. I need to not get sick. Now I'm really down for the count because I didn't rest one morning. And so many of us have this idea that we can't rest. We can't nap. We're wasting time. Part of building wealth is rest. Initially, at the beginning, there will be some time when you have to work extra. Right now, y'all, I am working. The month of January, I am working. I looked at my stuff and was like, Maisha, it's a lot that you have going on, but it feels so good to me to do it. It really does. None of it feels like, oh my God, I should cancel that. It feels amazing. And at the same time, now it's like, okay, if this is what you're really feeling called to do, how do you manage what else is going on so you can show up? What actions do you need to take to manage your schedule, to manage the people around you and your activities so you can show up? So the question for you as it comes to me now, y'all, I don't think y'all know, I don't have the questions planned in advance. All these assignments that I'm giving you, for those of you who've really been following along, they come out of what I say. And this is the activity for today. So, the question for you that just came in my mind, and I hope I don't lose my train of thought, what it is, how can you incorporate more rest into your life? And, and what actions do you need to take in order to create a schedule, a way of living day by day? I don't need you like stretching this out. Just keep it right here. Keep it close to you. Because when we start stretching stuff out, sometimes we get like anxious. I don't need you to plan out your month, but for the week, where can you incorporate more rest into your life? Where can you delegate, hand things off to other people? Where are you still feeling like I got to do this myself or it won't get done? And where can you kill that? And what actions might you need to take in order to start feeling a sense of calm when it comes to abundance in your money? That's just those two things. I say it like it's simple, but just those two things. Where can you incorporate more rest? And what actions might you need to take to help you feel more settled? I felt more settled after I looked at my budget this morning. I hadn't looked at it in a couple of days. I felt more settled when I looked at my different accounts. I felt more settled after I moved some money. And I was like, okay, that looks better. I don't like that $1 there. This looks better. I felt better because after that, there was a particular situation where it was like I wasn't sure how I was going to resolve it. And As I was relaxing into my bed after I took some action, it was like, this is what I'm gonna do. It just came to me clear as day. Now, when I was stressing earlier, I it did not come to me. But once I took action and sprayed my Florida water and was ready to settle down as my head hit the pillow, I was like, what you can do. And now that's taken care of as well. So now I can rest even easier. Yes, you can build wealth by grinding your gears, but we know what happens if you've had a car or a bike. When you grind gears for too long, it, the thing, the motor, the stops, the thing, it dies, the chain pops off. It just, that's not, I don't think that's how you want to create your wealth. Wealth that you can't really enjoy or that you have to use to take care of all the medical bills from all of the ailments that you've incurred from the stress of building wealth. Where's the fun in that? It may be a slower process to do it this way. And we'll talk, I have somewhere I might ever note the fallow. We talked about time and we might do it again. It may be a slower process, but there's more joy and pleasure in it, I think. And maybe you're a high adrenaline person that needs all of that. If that's you, then that's you. As long as it's working for you and your adrenals and your hormones, then I hey, go for it. I'm not going to tell you to slow down. That might cause some issues. But I think that probably the majority of people, I think, I could be wrong, are more attuned to a slower pace. We just force ourselves to move really fast because society keeps telling us we're running out of time. And so we have to get it done 2 days ago. And that stresses us. And I'm kind of like, what would happen if you just took it one day at a time? Let's see what happens. Right. Grinding gears, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. All right. Statement 5, one of my favorites, statement 5 and statement 8. I'm going to say that every time we're doing this. Money is not my supply. And let me say this real quick. I'm sorry. I as I was laying down, first of all, I didn't realize it was day 5. So I didn't realize it was a statement. But as I was laying down to sleep, I was saying to myself over and over again, money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. Money is not my supply. And what's interesting, each time I do this, I get a deeper understanding of it. Money is not my supply. The first time I read this, I was like, get out of here. Of course it is. Because how am I going to do anything without it? The idea that came to me to resolve a situation that I have with money did not come from money. It came from the all-providing activity of the divine mind within me. It didn't come from the money. The idea to do this didn't come from money. The idea to have a free vaginal mapping class, which I'll talk about in a minute, didn't come from money. But all of these things can possibly generate income for me down the road. But the money didn't supply this. And I want you all to understand that. And because the money doesn't supply this, now I think I might talk more about this tomorrow because I didn't get into it enough today. Oh, no, I'm gonna just say it now. The reason why the rest is important is so that you keep your energy up at a level so that you can receive what the divine mind has for you. It's really hard to receive that when you're tired. You need to be well rested in order to get those downloads, get those messages, to be able to translate them. That takes energy. This is the importance of keeping up our bodies in a certain way, not just for your physical health, but your spiritual health. It can be really challenging to hear messages when you're exhausted and sugar-filled and drunk. Well, I mean, sometimes, depending on the spirits, the alcohol might help, at least, for our ancestors, it did from time to time, right? But in the society that we live in, the way we consume it, it deadens our ability to connect with this divine mind. Okay. All right. Money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. My awareness, understanding, and knowledge of the all providing activity of the divine mind within me is my supply. My consciousness of this truth is unlimited. Therefore, my supply is unlimited. When you're well rested, your energy is there. It's just ready, at the ready. You don't got to get ready. You stay ready for whatever needs to come. Again, money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. My awareness, understanding, and knowledge of the all providing activity of the divine mind within me is my supply. My consciousness of this truth is unlimited. Therefore, my supply is unlimited. So that is statement 5. This is day 15 of the 40-day prosperity plan. We're talking about wealth and abundance and how you can create it for yourself. Again, I'm not a money coach, but I have done this program several times myself. I have had groups that I have run that were paid groups, but it just felt like this needed to not be paid, and I wanted to do it across social media. So here we are with it. So a couple of quick announcements before I head off to my day. And the first is that if you don't know about Black Tantra Group, we are having a retreat April 25th to the 28th. I mentioned in the beginning that I am a master life coach and sacred sexuality teacher. And I largely work with women, though I have had male clients in the past as well. But with Black Tantra Group, we are having a retreat April 25th to the 28th. We are delving into quantum sexuality. You can get your put your deposit in, and there are payment plans. We're going to be going over sex magic, erotic shadow work, your wealth frequency, which I love. This is all going together. Wealth frequency, male, female, genital activation. I don't remember everything, but it is on our website. This retreat is open to singles and couples. It will be held in the DC, Virginia area, Northern Virginia area, close to all airports, trains, buses, and all of that. If you use the code BTG for Black Tantra Group, BTG 2024, you will receive 10% off your discount until April 15th. And so it is going to be a very juicy time. Our retreats always sell out. So we're excited to do this. I mean, literally, they do. We have people fly in from across the country, from the South, Midwest, who have come to our retreats. So you don't want to miss out on it. This one is going to be really good. There are 4 teachers teaching. Myself, Raziki Zafira, who founded Akurad Temple, Ricardo Parker, and our newest teacher, Everett Lake. All 4 of us will be teaching at this retreat. It's going to be amazing. So that is announcement number 1. Announcement number 2, Black Coffee, Honey, and Grits. We are doing our next brunch May 5th in New York City. Get on our mailing list to find out where. I would love to meet you in person. Our brunches are for men and women, much like Black Tantra Group is for singles and couples, men and women. Black Coffee, Honey, and Grits, while our work surrounds Black women living at their highest level and at their highest selves. When we do have our brunches, we love to have the men there. It's a great conversation. We have questions. We really get in deep on certain topics, and we do it with good food and really great people. Our brunches have always sold out as well. So if you're in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, or you would like to come here, it will be Sunday, May 5th. That is going to be the next brunch. We will be sending out the location once we secure it to let everybody know, but get on the mailing list so that you know when we're having our events and what is happening with us. We also have a YouTube channel, so check out our YouTube channel. We've got a podcast situation going on over there, so go and check that out. And the last thing is, and you see why I need rest? This is why I need rest. There's a lot going on, and there are 3 different businesses. This that I'm doing right now falls under Sensual Energy Alchemy, which is my business that I am the CEO of. And I am hosting on January 9th, Tuesday, January 9th at 7 p.m. I am hosting a free class for women around vaginal mapping, and it is the anatomy class you wish you'd had. We're going to go. I'm going to give you exercises for you to practice on your own. I have a model vagina that I will use. I have a crystal wand that I will show you ways in which to map to discover the inside of your vaginal canal. Why do I need to do that, Naisha? Because as women, we don't realize that we store a lot of energy in our womb. We store our joy and our pain and our happiness and our trauma and our anger there. And some of the reasons why we're not receiving the orgasmic pleasure that we like is because it's tension. It's like getting a massage anywhere else in your body. It is important to release the tension that can be held in the vaginal canal so that you can be open to the pleasure that is that is yours. And it also can be a way to alleviate painful intercourse. If you're experiencing that phenomenon, vaginal mapping can help you to see where those spots are so that you can also guide your partner to, stroke you over this way as opposed to that way, and let the person know what matters to you, what's important to you, and how you like to be pleased. So that class is free. You do need to register. And you can do it through the link that you see there. It'll be Tuesday, January 9th at 7 p.m. Is that all that I have as far as announcements? I'm looking at my board to see. I do have some other things coming down the pike, but man, it's exciting, and I'm just going to wait to announce them. But I'm thrilled for what is happening later in January. I'm going to tell you that right now, and it's going to be special. It's going to be hot. But anyway, I think we're done for today. I've riled my own self up. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself today. Thank you for being here. Um, yeah, check out Black Coffee, Honey, and Grits. Yes, we are 5 women who come together. You can see our conversations over on YouTube. Give us a follow on Instagram where we go live. And again, our brunch is May 5th. Be a part of our mailing list, and you will have that information once we have it. We would love to. Our people love our swag bags. We have had goodie bags at our past few brunches, and people absolutely love what's in them. Anyway, you all have a wonderful, is today Thursday? Have a wonderful Thursday. Enjoy your day. It's January 4th. We're still creeping into the new year. I will be back here tomorrow morning. I usually post in the Facebook group if I'm going to be late, so I apologize to those of you who aren't in the Facebook group. Tomorrow morning, I should be here at regular time, like 9-ish. I'll be here. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day, y'all. Bye.